Hi everyone, after my last video shooting the kral MPO2, probably 2 videos ago I imagine, if you look on the my list of videos on my channel, I was shooting the MPO2 at 31 yards in my daughter's garden. It didn't do that good, as well as expected, but what you couldn't see in that video was how horrendous the wind was at times. It would be very calm and then suddenly blow a real powerful gale. So a couple of people suggested in the comments that it could have been my barrel was dirty, and I've just got in from work and I thought I'd tackle this one first. There is a possibility that the barrel could be dirty because those pellets that this gun favours, the BSA Furies, in the bottom of the tin of pellets there's always fragments of lead, quite a lot of fragments, so there's a good possibility that a pellet could have gone through with a particle of lead that's stuck in the barrel. So to eliminate 2 things really, the first is I'll clean the barrel. I have already done this gun about 150 pellets ago at a guess. I've already cleaned the barrel, which is unusual for me because when I buy a new gun I don't normally clean the barrel. So today I thought what I'll do is I'll eliminate, if I could say the word, getting tongue tied, I'll eliminate dirt in the barrel by cleaning it, and then secondly, next time I go to my daughter's I'll make sure it's a fairly calm day. I had planned on going around there tonight, but time's knocking on, I've had no dinner yet, so I'll be using this, the Napier Power Pull Through Kit by Napier. I don't know how well you're picking up because I can see the light, it's getting it a little bit. I'll be using that and I'll pull it through till the patches look relatively clean. I'll do it 2 or 3 times till it goes clean and we'll see what happens, and then following this bit of the video of cleaning the barrel, we'll be shooting the gun at the same distance in the same environment from exactly everything identical, using the same pellets, but no wind. So it'll either be cleaning of the barrel or no wind. Hopefully will improve the performance of the gun and make it more accurate. At least that's the plan of action. So the first job, get my gloves on, because I don't want to get this all over my hands. Use these gloves for everything, come in handy. Right, unravel this, little loop at the end there. We'll get this through the barrel first. Cock the gun, get in a firm holder so the gun's nice and firm. Or get the missus to hold it, which is what I used to do before I had my well, now it's a question of feeding the end of this little loop through the barrel. So I'll get this in first. If you can take your silencer off, sometimes that helps. In fact, that's what I should have done. Or you can use a plastic straw, a drinking straw, but if you can get your silencer off, even better. So I'll take that off. That's the silencer removed. Right. Up the barrel she goes. Obviously it's easier if I can get the loop, little nylon loop up there first, like so. Bit fiddly to start with, but you soon get the hang of it. But I don't use these things as often as probably what I should. I don't believe in cleaning barrels on a regular basis. Right, there's the loop just come through. So there it is. Right, get a patch. I've already got a patch. Shake the cleaner. I hope you can see this. Actually, I'll zoom the camera in. Try and help. Right, spray the patch. Plenty on there, look. Fold this over and fold it over again. This is how I do it. You may have a different technique when you do your gun. Right, take the glove off to get a bit of a gap going here. Well, now I'm getting it all over my hands, which is what I didn't want to do, but never mind. Right, get it sort of 50-50 like so. Kitchen paper to get it off my hands, it's all slippy. Right, now just a question of pulling it through. Well, that went through a little bit easy for my liking, however it is quite dirty. It's dirtier than what I expected because I only cleaned this about 150 shots ago, so it's very dirty. In fact, very dirty, quite dirty. It went through a bit easy as well, that did. Don't normally go through that easy. Normally have to give it a bit of a tug. Right, let's spray this. Plenty there. I've got 2 patches this time, or even 3. Plenty on there. Feed that through there, back into the barrel. Like so. There it is. Pull it through here. That's it. I'm making it look a lot harder than it actually is, you know. Well, that's that dangling down. Get my patch. Fold it over. Fold it over again and then pull it through. There we go. Right, this time it'll be harder to pull through because there's about 3 patches there. That was hard. Very dirty again. So the old barrel definitely needed cleaning, but yes, it did. Right, grab another couple more patches. Last time I did this, I actually got some nylon. Before I got this kit, I got some nylon. Got some WD-40 and got an old cotton t-shirt, and I did it into everything's going on the floor. Got an old cotton t-shirt, cut it into square patches, and I pulled those through. It did the job. You've got no obviously on a spring-loaded gun, you've got no seals, have you? You've got no breech seals or anything to ruin. So there we go. Feed this through. Yet again, get in there. And what I'll do after this one, there's a fair bit of it in the breech there. I don't want it going into the breech seals. So get the excess off. I'll rub the rest into the gun because it's oil anyway. Won't hurt it. Won't hurt the wood. There we go. Come on. After this one I'll put a dry patch through, or a couple of dry patches through. That last bit is always the hardest bit to pull out. Now that one is a lot cleaner than what the last 2 were. Still not perfect, but it's a hell of a lot cleaner than the first one. So chances are it probably did need doing. It's those pellets it seems to like, very dirty pellets. So now I'll just pull a dry one through to dry it off. That's the plan if I didn't keep dropping this on the floor because my gloves are all slippy. Who knows, I might hit a few more bullseyes this time. Oh, we'll dry that first because that's wet through in there. This is why it's important to get yourself a decent gun stand because if you've got nobody at hand to hold the gun for you, you've had it really. It's a bit awkward. Now then, the next one then will be a dry patch. Let's dry my gloves first, because it ain't going to be very dry, is it? It got all over my silencer, look at that. Not good. Right, a couple of dry patches, and you can replenish this kit. You can buy individual patches, or you can buy the lubricant. It's a nice little zipped up case, so it keeps it. I take a toolbox with me when I go shooting. It's got Allen keys and all sorts of bits and bobs in it. It's always handy to have some kind of toolbox. Put my pellets in there, my camera equipment. I could in future take this with me, and then when I'm at the gun range, if my accuracy seems to start getting a bit rubbish, I can just whip this out and right, here's a dry patch going through this time. Pull this through to dry the barrel. Crikey, that one was harder than the rest. Fairly clean, still a bit of dirt on it, but nowhere near as bad as it was. From that to that, I think there's a worse one there than that actually. Showed you the good one. From that to that. So, to answer people's comments, then I haven't seen any fragments of metal in there, but I would say that it was a dirty barrel, without a doubt. So hopefully my accuracy might improve. So as we'll continue the video onto the shooting. Right, I'm round my daughter's. You've just seen I've just cleaned the barrel. I also took it on myself to wash the pellets. So amongst my tins of Fury pellets, I've got one with a label on what says washed. Reason being is, in the last tin that I used, at the bottom of the tin was lots of fragments of lead. So, and I do remember about 130 shots ago shooting a pellet what went 3 inches to the right of my target, and then the next pellet went 3 inches left of the target, and I thought, what's going on there? So obviously a fragment of lead went through with the pellet. But I won't be filming myself shooting, only the target, for the reason that I've been to work. It's just car headlights on the way here. People are switching the headlights on. It's not very light, so I won't have time to set everything up, and by that time of messing about and everything, it will start getting really dark. So I thought I'll knock 30 shots out and see if it's had 3 shots through the gun. I got here, I've just put a sighting target in to make sure that it's still everything's a-okay, and I'm going to hit the metal target base and not miss and get my daughter's shed, because she wouldn't be too happy. So it's on target. So I'm just going to shoot 20 shots into it. Normally I do 10, but I'll do 20. See what the results are. So here's the gun, in situ on the table where it was last time, and the target is down the garden, 31 yards. I will try my hardest to zoom in. Although it's not clear, the camera's not focusing, but I think you get the idea. 31 yards away from where I'm sat at the table. So there should be enough shots in the gun for at least 110 shots, because before my last target I shot with this gun, I think I used 40 shots, so you get about 160, something like that, per fill, and it was full. Right, let's position this camera next to the target, and then we'll start shooting. So I've put a shoot and see target on there, because however light it looks on this video, it's a bit darker than what you see. So to aid me in my shooting, I've stuck that on there for a change. I've stuck that over the top of the paper card target, and I'm going to take 20 shots. The middle circle, the filled in one, is the size of a 1p piece, which I will show you afterwards, and hopefully it doesn't go outside the ring, but we'll see. Shooting commence. I shot 16 shots into that. I give up. I was going to do 20 shots, but after 16 I'm just wasting pellets, so I thought I'd put a new target in and just shoot 5 shots. So there is 16 shots. I couldn't stop after 5, so I actually did the same as what the other targets had, 16 shots. They've grouped just above the bullseye, most of them. The 10p wouldn't cover that. It's still not bad, still not brilliant. Yeah, if that was a rabbit, if you was shooting game at that distance, you'd definitely shoot the rabbit at 31 yards. And there is no wind whatsoever today, so I can't use that as an excuse or a reason why. So be it, let's get a coin and see what a 10p covers. Well, nobody in this neck of the woods seemed to be rich enough to have a 10p, and I normally got one in my pocket. However, I've got 2p, 2p PC. So 16 shots in there, and the main body group, the 2p does cover it, with one outsider. Not too bad. No, 2p covers that, 31 yards. I don't think that's too bad. I know it could be better, but I still don't think that's too bad. No wind today, and the second 16 shot target, which also the first was 16 shots. I did adjust the scope and bring it down a bit. I was trying to get more into the bullseye, but I obviously didn't adjust it enough. The main cluster sort of 2p covers it, and there's 2 outside. However, what I will say is, after I'd thumbed in the second pellet, the second shot, wherever that was amongst this cluster, I didn't even expect that to hit the target because the back end of the skirt was badly deformed and it was too late to get it back out the barrel. So I thought before I pulled the trigger, here we go, it's not even going to hit the target, it's probably going to hit the shed door. It didn't, it did hit the target. I think it was that high one there. So I'm just glad that it actually hit the target. So it could be better, there's no doubts it could be better, but at the same time it could have been a lot worse. So 1, 2, 3 outside of a 2p on the last 16 group, and the first group 2p covers it except for 1. Now I definitely didn't pull any shots, so I still think that's not bad. That's a pigeon's head. If you're into shooting your feral pigeons, I would guess a 2p. Definitely a pigeon's head. And that one there, not quite so good. But yeah, cheap gun. It's a budget scope, £139, and a budget gun really, isn't it? £330. So under the circumstances, and I was shooting down there, I brought the target in now and cleaned it, but it was there just in front of the shed. I'll bring the Remington down next time if I can get the same conditions with no wind. The Remington definitely won't be anywhere near as good as that, the one my last video. My Viroc, that might equal or beat this, to be fair, but I'll give them both a run, see what happens. Thanks for watching, everyone. You all take care. Any comments I try and answer. Sometimes I don't do it that quick, but I do get around to it in the end. And thumbs up, thumbs down. Take care, till the next one.